The 2023 Honda Pilot TrailSport is a rugged trim level for the brand's three-row crossover designed for families who need a vehicle that can go off-road. The automaker highlights the model's evolution in a new video. Hello everyone, welcome. This is Real Channel Automotive, a place to help you understand the world of automotive mobility. Please subscribe our channel to receive future updates. The engineers discovered that none of the existing driving modes were suitable for the type of off-roading they were doing while testing the standard Pilot. They devised a trail setting for the system to address this issue. Another change was to tune the all-wheel drive system to handle situations in which two wheels on opposite ends of the vehicle are in the air. When you enter trail mode, the Trail Watch camera system is activated. It offers several exterior views, including the outer corners, the front, and a bird's eye view. Honda also equipped the Pilot TrailSport with front and rear skid plates. It wasn't as simple as bolting some metal panels beneath the vehicle. The engineers had to ensure that the pieces did not impair crashworthiness or serviceability. The one in front has a built-in recovery hook. Honda didn't want to compromise the Pilot's off-road capability when designing the TrailSport. The vehicle will spend the vast majority of its time there.
The Honda Pilot TrailSport was developed to perform exceptionally well in most of the terrains across the United States. These terrains include mud, include rock, sleek rock, sand, V-ditches. One of the key features of the Pilot TrailSport is the incorporation of the steel skid plates that you can find in the front and under the fuel tank. So we went about developing a completely new requirement to ensure that the skid plate can withstand the weight of the vehicle. We took a more holistic view of when we tried developing the skid plates. Strength was an important element for the skid plate because that was the core functionality. But we also had to look at all the other impacts by incorporating a skid plate. So we had to keep in mind crashworthiness, we had to keep in mind serviceability, we had to keep in mind aerodynamics, and we had to also keep in mind aspects like corrosion. So to do this, we made sure that the material we pick, the bolt size we pick, do not impact crashworthiness. We added air vents onto the skid plates to ensure that it doesn't impact heat resistance and aerodynamics. So the durability team incorporated the requirements from power sports and adjusted it for automotive to ensure no damage would occur from debris such as gravel, sand, tall grass, and mud. One of the most satisfying moments as an engineer is, as part of our development, we had to take the Pilot TrailSport out in the real world to evaluate the performance of the skid plates. And we went to terrains which are rated as difficult, and throughout these terrains such as Fins and Things or Hell's Revenge in Moab or the Broken Arrow Trail in Sedona, we came out of those trails with just contact marks on the skid plate. No damage at all. We literally beat up the vehicle by driving it on very difficult trails. And our biggest question was, how is it going to perform once we come back on-road and off-road? It performed as it's expected to perform. Good on-road, good off-road.
The TrailSport has a unique suspension setup compared to the other Pilot trim levels. A new spring and strut setup increases ground clearance by an inch. Front and rear sway bars have been modified to improve articulation. It has 18-inch wheels and all-terrain tires. Because of the second-row captain's chairs, the TrailSport can seat 7 people. Touring and the Elite trim get a heated steering wheel as standard. The 2023 Pilot is powered by a naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6 with 285 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. It is linked to a 10-speed automatic transmission. All-wheel drive is standard on the Elite and TrailSport. Front-wheel drive is standard on lower trim levels. The 2023 Pilot will be delivered starting in September. The TrailSport is priced at $49,645, plus a $1,295 destination fee. In comparison, the base sport trim with front-wheel drive cost $40,445 and $2,100 more for all-wheel drive.
When you're out there on the trail, often you'll find these things called V-ditches. And what a V-ditch is basically where the water has cut through the trail and formed this diagonal fashion. And when that ditch gets deep enough, when you're crossing it, you can lose traction with two of the opposing tires. That situation is quite challenging for all off-road vehicles. So with our TrailSport, we really worked hard to address that particular obstacle and optimize the systems to address that, to where our TrailSport will cross over those V-ditches with significantly greater ease. So our solution for that is what we call Trail Logic. It's an exclusive logic that's only available on TrailSport, and what it does is it transfers up to 75% of the available rear diff torque to the tractive tire in that moment, allowing the vehicle to continue its forward progress. But also with trail mode, we'll activate what our new Trail Watch camera system automatically when you enter into trail mode. What makes our Trail Watch system unique is how we've integrated it in with trail mode, so you don't have to think about it. As soon as you tell the vehicle that you're entering a trail by putting it in trail mode, the camera system automatically activates. And one thing that we found is that the camera needs to stay on up to 15 miles per hour. What's really important and different from other systems is that our camera reactivates below that speed. It's seamless and you don't have to think about turning it on and off constantly throughout your drive. When we had finally got our vehicle put all the way together, and we returned down to a trail in Kentucky that we had really struggled with early on in development, and it became kind of one of our targets to overcome. We took our TrailSport back to that trail, and we went on the same challenging area, and our TrailSport shined. It climbed up this obstacle where it really struggled in the past, and it went up it with the greatest ease, and I just had the biggest smile on my face because all this work over all these years came to fruition, and it was better than I could imagine.